The Empire, great bastion of technology and alchemy, has been ravaged by a plague, the Great Rot. It has touched all strata of society, princes and peasants, industrialists and alchemists, even the jugglers have not been spared. Potentium, a leading corporation in clockworks and potions, have been tasked with finding a cure. They believe there is something to be learned in the Forest of Dacrima, which according to various men in pubs is the likely origin of the rot. Potentium have sent me, legendary alchemist Edric Tayte, to investigate the forest. My mission, investigate the plants of Dacrima in search of a cure. And, unlike previous explorers, not die. A few tweaks here, an extra whim-wham or two on the turbulator.
Oi, you, listen up here.
This device will allow me to administer potions with unparalleled efficacy. Sometimes my own alchemic genius really does astound me.
Genius? We'll see who's a genius when I get me mandibles in ya.
Eureka! The Alchemo Glove!
Oi! I'm talking to you, you cob-wobbling bipedal Burke. Let me out of this bleeding cage, you plonker!
Plonker? That's a new one. I should really find my journal and start noting some of these insults down.
No, don't you walk away from me. I'll have your eyeballs for this, you wrinkly old ape.
Some authors of note here, though I doubt half of them know their soap and their solutions. No journal here, just some useless dossiers from Potentium, not worth the paper they're printed on. If I'm going to make a potion to test out this new glove, I'm going to need a potent ingredient. The rot sample in the hold seems like a good start. Not in here. No. Aha! A perfect foundation for a potion. All potions need a strong alchemic base. Whilst the rot plays havoc with most objects, for alchemic ingredients at least, it seems to magnify their potency. Ingredients go in here. Now just to set the parameters. Ah! Merlin's beard!
Ah, human. Edric. You have activated Startle Reaction 004.
What the bloody hell are you doing on my ship?
I am assigned to stock the ship's inventory at port. I am designated LP1N, but you can call me Elpin.
Well, LP1N, you may have noticed that we're no longer in port, and for that matter... Now look what you've blooming done.
Edric, there is a 12.5% chance you may be upset. Should I provide assistance with my diagnostic scanner?
Go on then, robot. Least you can do considering.
Affirmative. It seems there is a valve stuck open in the central chamber. The machine is draining power from the whole ship.
Blasted, you said you're an inventory. Where can I find a spanner?
You will find one on the deck, Edric. Please be careful of splinters when opening the trunk.
This will do the trick. One more. And there. Bob's your uncle.
Airship has stabilized, Edric. However, at our current velocity...
That's quite enough from you, robot. I think you'll find I have it all under control.
Oh, about it then. Cade 0, Spider 1.
Edric, are you okay? Humans of your age are typically fragile.
I'll have you know I'm fine. Fragility notwithstanding.
I was able to make an emergency
It
landing.
would appear that the emergency landing fail-safes I created were successful. Come along then, robot. I should inspect the rest of the airship for damage. Ah, it seems our benevolent overseers are calling.
Ah, Mr. Tayte, how good to talk to you again. I assume the trip was delightful in the state-of-the-art, perfectly premium Potential airship.
Yes, about that. Actually,
Fabulous stuff. Now, Mr. Tayte, let's not get bogged down by the pleasantries. You have read the briefing, I assume.
Of course.
Your predecessor's notes will be in there, though his results were somewhat inadequate. Anywho, potions, Mr. Tayte. Remember, it's all about the potions. Now, off you pop. Lots to do. Ciao, ciao.
Oh, there you are. Suppose I'd better actually read that daft report now.
Edric, you told Potentian that you had already...
I know what I said. Elpin, was it? This will have to be our secret. Aha! Of course it's here. Knew I'd found a use for it. Have a gander. Ah, yes. Flora magica, the alchemic plant species that Dacrima is famed for. If they too are infected, I dare say there'll be plenty to study.
Edric, shouldn't we also try and locate the predecessor mentioned in the report? Checkpoint.
Check what now? You know, I've already forgotten what we're doing.
A good thing you've marked the details of the expedition in your journal. Checkpoint.
Check what now? Lovely soft stuff this is. It should be useful as a binding agent once I have a potion to augment. Quite the prickly situation here.
These thorns are radiating significant amounts of alchemic energy.
That's a known side effect of rot infection, along with the growth of spiky red lesions. We should be careful wherever we see thorns like this. These geysers, Elpin, show signs of geological rot infection. I may be able to use them, though, with the right potion.
Hey. Whoop.
Look at that. You do seem to have a few tricks up those sleeves of yours.
Edric, I do not have sleeves.
Elpin?
Hey.
Elpin!
Hey.
Over there, Elpin. Elpin!
Hey.
As the report suggested, an area's flora. I would say, though, it's grown much larger than any I've seen.
Hillen's report did not specify it glowing red.
Quite. There seems to be a natural alchemic barrier. I would have never postulated such a reaction.
Reaction to what, Edric?
Well, Elpin, I suspect this barrier is caused by the rot. A debilitating malady in men. It seems to be enhancing this flora magica. Perhaps we can root out a solution. The barrier still holds strong. I need to investigate those glyphs. What a fabulous bit of moss.
Hey.
It seems these glyphs are creating a system of containment for the flora magica.
Will cleansing these glyphs allow us to harvest the flora?
Yes, I've experience with this sort of thing, though admittedly on a smaller alchemic scale. Pampa Kina.
Submitting data for you to add to the codex.
Celari. Over there, helping.
Research codex updated.
Asparagus. Radishes. Amazing. I can almost feel the alchemic potential. Perhaps the flora magica has been augmented by the rot in some way. Just what I was looking for.
Sample retrieved. What is your plan, Edric?
This will form an excellent base ingredient for a potion. Keep your cogs out the way when I'm brewing this one, though. I don't need a repeat of earlier. Area's flowers are incredibly hard to come by back in the Empire. Potions derived from them typically have properties relating to air and density.
Will making a potion using it cure the rot?
Impossible to tell this early. There've been no successful potions brewed with infected flora magica before. At the very least, I'll have something useful for our expedition.
I'm detecting the winch is over its weight capacity, Edric.
What are you suggesting? Eureka! A potion! Smells lovely too. No visual distinction from an ordinary potion. Distillations from flora magica provide powerful abilities for those who know how to harness them.
That sounds like something Potentium would be very interested in.
Yes, they probably would be. However, I will see if it can be developed further before I send them anything. They'd probably mess it up. Whoa!
Checkpoint.
Check what now?